Welcome to the video. Thanks for tuning in yet again. So this is a Friday session. So typically on a Friday we do various sparring, specific sparring, something along them lines, or we do King of the Hill. So Professor Big Dan sat in the chair is just explaining to us now that it's King of the Hill, but it's based on points. So take down, sweep, etc. Basically, first to score points is King of the Hill and gets to stay on. So I'm first up. That's Lucas on the right hand side, furthest away from the camera, and my good self in the middle. And I get teamed up with Dave initially. So what we got 8 minutes on the clock, and it's just winner stays on basically. So Dave always likes to pull guard, but Dan did say that we had to start standing, so obviously we're standing. So Dave always likes to pull guard, pretty much. I think he's pulled guard every time I've sparred with him. So was obviously trying to beat him to the punch, if you like, but he's incredibly strong, Dave. Sort of hard to get anything going on Dave. Obviously he's a brown belt, so very experienced, but bit of a tussle. Tried to sort of fake a couple of things and maybe a bit of an ankle pick and what have you, and maybe get an underhook, and just trying to establish anything really, get a bit of the bout there. And then here we go into guard, and I thought I passed his guard, and then he sweeps me over. So Dan's let us go on a little bit. Dave actually says to me here, watch your wrist. So he's even aware of my body position, let alone his own. Obviously my wrist in his hip there. So one great thing about all of the people at Gracie is they do look after you, not trying to kill each other. But Dave just basically mauls me, almost mounts there really, sort of got a little bit of a half guard going on, but trying to stay busy because it's points. And I like to keep these sessions, I like to try and force a bit of action, whether that I get submitted or swept or whatever, then so be it. It's a bit of fun, and I like to keep it a bit more fast paced if I can. So here you got Lucas in the white, blue belt, and Ben in the blue, recently promoted to purple belt. So Lucas I always find is deceivingly big. When I stand next to him I sort of feel like we're relatively evenly matched, but then when you start rolling with him, it's very big. He's very big, and his hooks are just fantastic, very hard to break. Got a significant weight advantage on Ben. I'm not sure, I think he mounts him here if I remember rightly. Got Big Joey on the right hand side with Adam, who's a white belt. Joey recently promoted to blue belt. Luke's got the mount, so he stayed on. In comes Nick. Nick is super competitive. I absolutely love rolling with Nick. He always hands my ass to me, but always a really competitive roll. He's just so busy and so strong, and very quick and nimble. Little knee cut there, lovely. Passes the guard. Notice that on Nick quite a lot. He likes to slip that knee in. Knee passes, gets points, passes the guard. So Nick gets to stay on, and I'm next up. So I actually, in the session before this, Dan had taught us a really good throw, which I tried to pull off, which you'll see. So basically you grab both sleeves, and then you sort of twist your back into them like that, and then you throw them over your shoulder. But Nick see it coming. Strangely enough, he's in the same class. Actually, we've done it together. And then I didn't realise, so we had a bit of a discussion here, but I attempted to take Nick down and he ended up sweeping me, and I was just clarifying like the point situation just so I know for future reference. But I wanted to go for it. I felt like got nothing to lose, so might as well give it a go, And I find if you can pull something off in sparring, that you've been taught in the lesson, it tends to stick with me a lot better. So here's Nick and Adam. Lots of little sneaky little bits and pieces Nick's got. A lot of tricks up his sleeve. Adam, very strong, and holds his own for, not sure, has he got one stripe? So very, very strong, but like I said, Nick's got various throws, trips, sweeps, quite aggressive in terms of, going for the submission, doesn't like to stall too much. But Adam's doing a good job, trying to break that guard. Well, nearly a bit of a triangle going on there. But Adam secures the ankle here from memory, if I remember rightly, or at some point. Here we go. Which Nick puts the boot on, as we're taught to do. Pulls himself on top. Sort of secures that defense against the ankle lock then. So really good, Nick. I've got to say, super good, Nick. Here comes Big Joey. So I rolled with Joey Wednesday. He's now 141 kilos. I said to him 130 kilos, but he's 141. When he breaks your posture, you've had it. You just can't fight against it. But yeah, I mean, it makes Adam look small, and Adam dwarfs most of the people in the class. So here I go over with Lucas. It's always competitive with me and Lucas as well. But you see, he looks like a lot bigger than me. Well, he is a lot bigger than me there. Not that I'm complaining, but I think, if I remember rightly, I managed to pass his guard. Yeah, so I sort of managed to scoot round and see the hook. The hooks are always in. But effectively passed the guard. But Lucas had been on for a decent round before me, so no excuses made on behalf of Lucas, but it's hard to stay king of the hill. Here we go with Nick again. So again, I attempt to do another throw here. There we go. But Nick countered it, see it, and swept me. So, but no guts, no glory. So I thought I'd go for the win. I sort of said to him there, I went, and he said to me, it's too obvious. I knew something was coming. You opened up and it weren't hard for me to counter. So we got Big Joey and Dave back in the middle. Big Joey always seems to be getting told off for one reason or another. So Dan's just telling Dave he ain't got the points yet, so to keep going. I think, if I remember rightly, Joey tweaked his shoulder there. Yeah, he did. Yeah, there you go. He's got a bit of a dodgy shoulder there. So, and then Ben in the opposite side, he broke a finger. So it's all going on in this session. But thoroughly enjoy King of the Hill, and I think it's an opportunity to force the pace a little bit, go for broke, and try the things that you've been working on, and have a bit of fun. Relax. It's not, they're not handing out medals at the end of the week. That's for competition time. So thanks for watching King of the Hill. Please comment if you'd like to see some other types of videos, and I'll do my best to cover them.